don't be scared. Just be prepared. And that's the best advice we can give you, because then that gets you set in a mindset where you're a little more calm when you're going into a situation like this. And as the weather experts here at News 13 are looking at the radar, Storm Tracker 13 Doppler radar, measuring things out, extrapolating, doing the math, this is not going to make landfall here in Florida. It's not going to turn sharply to the left. We don't have to worry about that. Could it wobble west? Yes, it could wobble west, but by the time it gets north of the Cape, it's got to wobble west a ways to get back to our coast. So the worst conditions with Hurricane Matthew will translate to the east and northeast side of this storm, staying offshore. Again, though, I have to reiterate that we will still see some extensive damage along coastal areas of central northern Brevard up into central southern Volusia as these winds translate down and continue to sustain themselves, potentially at over 100 miles per hour. Wind, although there we go, there's a new one that's popping up just to the southeast of Spring Hill. So we've got the wind going toward, and here, let me pause it and I'll walk you through this one. You got the wind going toward the radar in green, you got the wind going away from the radar in red. So that is where we get the rotation, that counterclockwise swirl that develops. This one, we do have to be concerned here at western Sumter County, because this one could potentially drop down briefly. Paradise Heights, maybe Ocoee, Montverde, or on the north side of Lake Apopka here into Apopka, be prepared as that starts cruising off to the north and east. There's no warning on this one yet. The warning is up here toward Leesburg, the cell that we were just tracking. But I'm watching this one tighten even more, so I wouldn't be surprised if southeastern sections of Lake and western or northwestern Orange are put into a tornado warning shortly. East of Ocoee, Pine Hills, out near the would be out near the Home Depot there on Colonial and Hiawassee. If you know that area, the mall there with the Home Depot. I know there's a 7-Eleven across the street. And a slight risk for some severe weather here across much of central Florida. And here is a look at the timing on these storms. By 9 or 10 a.m., it looks like they'll be moving into Marion and Sumter County, crossing into I-4 sometime around 11 or noon, out toward I-95 into Brevard County sometime. I'm Bryan Karrick. Weather is cooperating today. A little bit of a breeze, keeping it from getting too hot. And Jackie, that sun is just about to come out just in time for the
track. Right now is Chief Meteorologist Bryan Karrick. He's been out there for, what, the past couple of hours? How's it looking?
Oh, Mallory, it's absolutely beautiful out here. Of course, today we hit 74 in Daytona. But I tell you what, the hottest one, the hottest Daytona 500 race I was able to find was 85 back in 1975. Coldest temperature was a 28-degree temperature back in 1967. Now, on that day, we only hit a mere 48. And the wettest Daytona 500 race was back in 2014. And some of you may recall, it's the day we had a tornado warning. They cleared the stands, and we picked up nearly an inch of rain. Again, today, sunshine. It's been beautiful, 74 and a light breeze. And it looks like more on the way for tomorrow. Let's get back to you for more forecast details. Ready to go here. Click on the News 13 Plus app. Got my current conditions. But if you go across the little left-hand side of your screen here and click on the upper left-hand corner, pull down the menu, you've got Weather Map, which is Storm Tracker 13 Doppler radar. We've had a couple of scattered showers and some storms in southern Florida on the radar today. But you could also set yourself up what we call safety net alerts. So you go into safety net alerts and you can click on locations, set yourself up for your current location, and you can add home and work, any other location that you'd like to set up for alerts, hit preferences, and you've got yourself an opportunity to turn on anything from dangerous storm approaching to lightning in the area, warnings that are issued, and even twisting storm approaching. Definitely a good thing to have as we get into the potential for some strong to
other strength.
That's right, Marla. It's working its way through a low shear environment, which means the winds aloft can't continue to tear it apart, which we would like it to do, but the shear is low, which means this storm has the strength and the power, and it's going to keep breathing. And it's also moving over the warm waters of the Bahamas and will cross over the warm Gulf Stream just off our east coast, which again will help it maintain, if not slightly strengthen, over the next 20, and then extending back up, as a matter of fact, up over the beach line and over toward Bithlo, dealing with some very heavy rain as well. Let me take a sampling of this here in central Orange County. Rainfall rates of over 3 inches per hour. We'll go back over to the radar, show you that the heavy rain is now out of the Orlando downtown area, but those of you in Christmas and Bithlo, and extending on down now, it looks like some pretty good wind, Narcoossee and St. Cloud. I'm noticing it looks like a little bit of an area of enhanced wind trying to kick out, but at this point, gusts maybe 30, 40 miles per hour. Nothing
accurate weather experts' forecast with Storm Tracker 13.
Our above average pattern continues as we welcome November tomorrow. Going to keep temperatures a good 2 to 4 degrees above average and keep things pretty much precip free the next couple of days. We do have small chances for some rain. Show you in the 7-day coming up. First, let's get you into our forecast this evening as we take a look at a time lapse from today. The FBC Mortgage Weather Cam, all kinds of sunshine, sending out October on a very warm note, and even had some turkey buzzards flying around the old cameras. And that's obviously kind of adding to the spectacular evening we have in store for our trick-or-treaters. Hey, if you're up early tomorrow, you can spot the station. Tomorrow morning, 7:06, as long as your neighborhood isn't experiencing some of the dense fog we had this morning, look up and you'll be able to see this thing moving pretty fast. It's the third brightest object in the sky, moving west-southwest to east-northeast. Should be visible for about 5 minutes. And again, if you're not getting in on any fog, the sky should be clear enough to spot the station tomorrow here in Central Florida. All right, so high pressure is in control and kind of strengthening down across the southeastern U.S. It's keeping our onshore flow going. It's going to strengthen that onshore flow as we get into tomorrow afternoon over toward the east coast, and then Wednesday, breezy conditions expected, a little windier toward the coastline. But we'll also by Wednesday throw in that Atlantic moisture into the atmosphere and at least give us a slight chance for a couple of showers kicking out of the coast and trying to move inland. Not tomorrow. Right now looking at plenty of sunshine, just a couple clouds, high temperatures back above average here in Osceola County between 84 and 86. Your forecast for Orange County, 85, 86 degrees expected. Again, the average high around 82, so we're several degrees above average. Precip-free conditions expected in Seminole County. Should be about 85, 86 degrees for you. Same thing, Marion Lake and Sumter County will wake up with some dense fog. That fog burns off quickly. Temperature between 85 and upwards of 87 out toward Bushnell. Your forecast here in Flagler and Volusia County, inland fog burns off. 80 Palm Coast, 85 Deltona, New Smyrna Beach at 83. And into Brevard County we go. Breezy conditions expected. Temperatures between 83 and 84 degrees in the afternoon with plenty of sunshine to enjoy. Now, if you're planning a trip out in the boat, it will be breezy at times. There's an isolated shower chance offshore. Winds out of the east at 10 to 15 knots, seas running about 3 to 5 feet, and a moderate chop on the intracoastal. We've thrown in a 20% chance for a shower Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The approach of a front on Friday will actually kick in, and that will really bring up the breeze. And look at the temperatures this upcoming weekend. Saturday and Sunday, high temperatures in the 70s. And of course, a reminder on Sunday, we fall back 1 hour. That's right, turn those clocks back 1 hour. And to check the smoke detector batteries as well as your carbon monoxide batteries. All right, let's check out your pollen forecast. This is brought to you by 1-800-TRIAL-PRO. And now a look at Storm Tracker 13 Doppler radar. We'll start in Flagler and Volusia County. Thursday night winds gusting to 70. Friday winds gusting over 80, especially in the morning hours. Storm surge could reach 3-4 feet, 5 to 8 inches of rain, extensive beach at a football or soccer game. And watch the storm from inside in our basement. And I remember going out after that storm and all the damage that was done definitely had me questioning what happened. Why did it happen? And that's how I got interested in weather. And definitely